Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. GH spoilers. Jason and Anna argue over Sonny. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers tease that Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton are still reeling over their latest adventure. Although they ended up being successful in bringing Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, home, there was a brief moment when the pair thought they were going to die. And in that moment, the two of them shared a passionate kiss. And now that they are back in Port Charles, neither of them seems eager to talk about it. Now that she's back in Port Charles, Anna will be back to her position as police commissioner. Right now, the murder of FBI agent John Cates, Adam Harrington, occupies most of her time. Although Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, has been arrested for the crime, Anna still believes that Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, is true killer. She's right, but proving it may prove impossible, especially since Jason destroyed the murder weapon by dumping it in a vat of acid. Before they left Port Charles to save Lucky, Anna practically begged Jason to turn away from Sonny. She noted that Jason now had a second chance to live a different life, a life away from the mob. But for Jason, things aren't that simple. He's as loyal to Sonny as he always has been, but he's also gotten close to Anna from the time they worked together to take down the Pikeman group. Jason made it clear that he thought a lot of Anna and wanted them to at least be friends. But Anna didn't think that she could accept Jason as a friend if he went back to that mob. But that was before their kiss. It's clear that there is more than friendship on the line. But as long as Jason is loyal to Sonny, Anna will keep her distant despite her growing feelings for him. How long can that last, especially if Jason pursues their romance? But once Anna learns that Jason helped Sonny cover up Kate's murder, it may be a deal breaker, even if Jason can somehow break the ice. What do you think? Do you like Anna and Jason as a couple? Will Anna convince Jason to leave mob life? What will she do if she discovers that Jason destroyed the murder weapon? Anything can happen in Port Charles, so stay tuned to General Hospital, airing weekdays on ABC. The air was thick with tension inside the penthouse as Jason Morgan paced back and forth. He had been in countless battles before, but this one felt different. This time, the enemy wasn't a mob rival or a cartel, but a clash of loyalties and objectives. He had just returned from a grueling meeting with Sonny Corinthos, who was caught up in yet another whirlwind of danger. Jason's mind raced with questions, frustrations, and the growing realization that their once solid empire was crumbling at the edges. And now, to top it off, he had to deal with Anna Devane. Anna, the former WSB super spy turned PI, had inserted herself into Sonny's world once again, and Jason wasn't having it. The two had never fully seen eye to eye, despite sharing similar goals on occasion. Anna's need to uphold the law conflicted too often with Jason's street-level pragmatism, and the cracks in their uneasy alliance were starting to show. The knock at the door came hard and fast, pulling Jason from his thoughts. He wasn't surprised to see Anna standing on the other side, her face a mix of resolve and frustration. Without a word, she stepped into the room, and the tension between them became palpable. "We need to talk about Sonny," Anna began, her voice tight, determined. Jason crossed his arms, already feeling defensive. "What about him?" Anna let out a heavy sigh, brushing a loose strand of hair away from her face. "He's spiraling, Jason. I know you've seen it. I've been keeping tabs on what's been happening with his business, with his health. It's not just about the mob anymore. It's about his mental state." Jason's jaw clenched. "You think I don't know that? I've been protecting Sonny for over 20 years, Anna. You think I don't see what's happening to him? Then why aren't you doing something about it?" Anna's frustration spilled over as she stepped closer to Jason, eyes sharp. Sonny's erratic, unpredictable. He's making moves that put everyone in danger. His family, his business, everyone. We can't just let him burn it all down. Jason's eyes darkened, his voice a low growl. You don't get it, Anna. You've never been in this deep. I'm not just going to walk in and strip Sonny of his power. He'll take that as a betrayal. You don't do that to Sonny. Anna shot back, her tone laced with exasperation. What's worse, Jason? Betraying him to save him, or watching him destroy everything you've built together because you refuse to act? Carly, the kids, even his men, they're all at risk. Jason exhaled, running a hand through his hair. The weight of his decisions pressed down on him like a boulder. It's not that simple. If I move against him, even with good intentions, it'll tear everything apart. Sonny's fragile, but he's still got control. The second he thinks he's lost that control, we're in free fall. Then what do you suggest? Anna demanded, her voice dropping to a deadly calm. Because doing nothing isn't an option anymore. Jason's blue eyes met Anna's, steel against steel. I'll handle it. Anna narrowed her gaze, not convinced by his resolve. Handle it. That's what you've been saying for weeks, and yet here we are, still on the brink of disaster. You can't just stand by and hope for the best, Jason. Sonny's dangerous right now, not just to his enemies, but to the people who care about him. The room was thick with silence as Jason processed her words. He knew she was right, in a way. Sonny was becoming more of a liability every day, but the loyalty he felt toward his boss, his friend, was nearly unbreakable. It was the loyalty of decades, of surviving wars, betrayals, and loss. He couldn't just cut Sonny loose. I'm not going to let you or anyone else put Sonny in a cage, Jason finally said, his voice resolute. And I'm not going to stand by while someone tries to take him down. Anna's expression softened, but her determination didn't waver. I'm not trying to take him down, Jason. I'm trying to help him, help you. But you're too close to see that he's not Sonny anymore, not in the way that matters. He's consumed by paranoia, by this need to control everything, even when it's slipping through his fingers. Jason shook his head, taking a step closer to her. You don't get it, Anna. Sonny's been through hell. He lost everything when he was taken. When he came back, nothing made sense to him. He's trying to rebuild, trying to find his footing again. Yeah, he's struggling, but we've been through worse. I'm not going to abandon him. I'm not asking you to abandon him, Anna said softly. But you need to face reality. This isn't about loyalty anymore. It's about survival. If you don't step in, if you don't do something, someone else will. And that will be much worse than anything you can imagine. Jason stared at her, the words striking deep. He knew she wasn't wrong, but admitting that meant facing a reality he wasn't ready to accept. Sonny wasn't just his boss, he was family. And Jason had never turned his back on family. Anna stepped back, sensing the weight of his internal struggle. You think I don't understand loyalty? She asked, her voice quieter now. I've had to make impossible choices in my life too, Jason. I've had to protect people I loved from themselves. It's the hardest thing to do, but sometimes it's the only way to save them. Jason remained silent, his mind a whirlwind of thoughts. He had always been the enforcer, the protector, the one who made the tough decisions without hesitation. But now, the choice before him wasn't as clear-cut as a simple black and white scenario. It was tangled in shades of gray, wrapped in years of loyalty, trust, and love for a man who was unraveling before his eyes. I'll talk to Sonny, Jason finally said, his voice quieter and more measured. But I'm not turning against him. I can't do that. Anna nodded, though her eyes still held a flicker of doubt. I hope you know what you're doing, Jason. Because if this goes wrong, it could cost you everything. With that, she turned and left the penthouse, leaving Jason standing alone in the suffocating silence. As the door closed behind her, he exhaled deeply, his mind racing with the weight of the decision before him. Could he really save Sonny from himself? Or was this the beginning of the end for them all?